Okay, you know what is absolutely crazy to hear? Now, today, the average attention span of a human is 8.25 seconds, and the average attention span of a goldfish is 9 seconds, meaning the average goldfish can pay attention longer than the average human. Isn't that insane? And what's even crazier is in 2000, the average attention span was 12 seconds. That means our attention spans have decreased by almost 33%. And you know what I think hurt our attention spans the most? These phones. And not only the phones, but primarily TikTok. In 2020, when all the stores, workplaces, everything was shut down, everyone was in their house, bored out of their minds. Then a Chinese internet technology company started pumping out these ads for this app called TikTok. What made TikTok unique from these other apps was its short form content. You didn't have the ability to choose what you wanted to watch. TikTok would show you videos and you would have two options: either scroll if you don't like it, or continue watching and then scroll. It gained insane popularity worldwide. Everyone was using the app. It became the most downloaded app in 2020, 2021, and 2022. It dominated against all the other social media apps, and it's all anyone could talk about. These other social media apps started to lose traction. So what did these other companies do to compete? They implemented the same short form function. Shortly after TikTok's boom, Instagram added Reels, YouTube added Shorts, and Snapchat added Spotlights. And now, if you look at almost any social media app, they have some sort of short form content. Maybe I don't just hate TikTok. Maybe I just hate all short form content. Because short form content is like gambling. Every time you scroll, you are gambling at whether you are going to like the next video that pops up. It sort of keeps you in this loop until you become unaware of how long you've spent on the app. And I think this keeps us reliant on always being stimulated in some sort of way. I'm in college right now, and when I'm in the dining hall, I see people eating with their friends or eating by themselves. The people eating by themselves are almost always on their phones, scrolling. I remember when I was the most addicted to my phone. I would constantly check it like almost all the time. Like I needed a hit of dopamine from my phone when things were dull in life. Dopamine acts on areas of the brain to give you feelings of pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation. You know, it gets you excited. Dopamine is like alcohol. If you take shots once in a while, it'll get you drunk. But if you drink every night, then it won't do as much. And you need more shots because you built up this tolerance. There was an experiment where scientists connected a wire from a rat's dopamine brain cells to a button. So every time the rat pushed the button, he would get a hit of dopamine. Then the scientists placed an electrical mat, which would shock the rat where the food is. And the rat wouldn't go near it. But when the dopamine button was placed on the electrical mat, the rat went through that pain just to get the dopamine hit. This food represents work and how people would rather go through a struggle to get the pleasure. Like the dopamine button, your phone draws you to check social media apps. So whenever you want to check your phone, it's like pushing that dopamine button. Have you ever noticed that whenever you have a moment of freedom, you almost always immediately check your phone? It's almost like it's an impulse, like it's habitual. Always having to be stimulated is ruining our lives. It's okay to be bored. Actually, when we are bored, that is when we are the most creative. We have the best ideas. Nowadays, people can't even watch a full movie without looking at their phones. Have you ever seen that before? The double screen? And by the way, I'm guilty of it as well from time to time. I just want to be more aware of it when it happens. I just want to be more conscious of what I'm doing in my life. Some tips that have helped me to get over this doom scrolling addiction are don't immediately open your phone right when you wake up. Put your phone on airplane mode so you don't multitask while you work. Practice some meditation. Get some moderate levels of exercise. Get out of your room, go on a run, walk, or work out. And finally, when you have some sort of dull moment throughout your life, ask yourself, do I really need to check my phone right now? Anyways, that's my 2 cents. Have a great day, guys.